Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the third episode of Steins Gate. And last episode, we met a whole bunch of new characters. We had like a shrine person, I think a new like part-time job worker or something for Mr. Braun, our TV guy. And we had cat, like a maid cafe girl. I guess Maya already works there too, which is pretty cool. And we also had the girl with the phone that we met. So that was a thing as well. So yeah, we met like a lot of new people next episode. And because this is kind of a thinking sort of anime, where you have to really be on your toes for anything suspicious and try to put pieces together and all that. I've been trying to do that, kind of between reactions, just thinking about things, thinking about all these characters, how they could possibly, come into the show, what role they could have. And I was thinking back to the episode 1, where you had the time machine that Kyoma saw on the roof, right? We saw somebody buy it, presumably somebody that came out of it, somebody that traveled to our time, I would assume. And I was thinking maybe one of the people we met in that episode was like that person. The person was wearing a hat, so it was hard to tell. So I thought maybe that might have been the, I don't know names yet. I have a list here. Kyuu I think it was. Yeah, the girl with the phone that was looking into the old computer or whatever. That refused to let him touch her phone or whatever. She immediately came across as the most suspicious, but when I really look at the character from episode 1 with the hat by the supposed time machine, if I had to pick one of the characters we met in episode 2 that looked like that person, it would not be her, although she looked kind of similar. But the hair definitely is different, and I would assume it was the other girl we met, Amane Suzuha. So right now I'm kind of leaning towards that being that character. So I know it's very little to go on. There's just her hair is kind of similar, but that's what I got. That's what I got right now. So I'm going to be on the lookout for that, anything suspicious that she might do. However, the other girl mentioned is also very suspicious, so she might not be necessarily the person that was involved with that time machine, but she could be suspicious in her own way. So yeah, that's kind of the most of the things I thought about in between episodes. Because aside from that, all we really got was a lot of the John Titor stuff, where there seems to be some kind of discrepancy in what Kyoma thinks of it and what like actually thinks of it, like something about not going back to 2000, I think it was, that he said, yeah, I'd never been at that time, like I don't plan to either, which like that confused them. So there was that thing, which I don't have enough to really go on to speculate much on that, which is why I was mostly focused on what I had mentioned. But anyway, we also got a lot of Magise Kurisu in that episode, and a little bit of a showdown between Kyoma and her, the genius girl, so of course he lost pretty badly. However, we won in a way, because we got her attention enough for her to show up at the end of the episode. And now she's at her lab, and she saw the microwave stuff, which was the other big thing. The microwave now not only turns banana into jelly, it also like moves it supposedly through time, and she saw that. So at this point, I think she's gonna stick around until she figures out exactly what's going on, which might take a while, which means she's essentially a new member. So I'm just kind of interested to see how this will go, how this conversation will go, what we'll tell her, what she'll say, why did she even show up? I'm sure she'll give a reason for that. So yeah, that's all I really got to say. I say that, but I said plenty. So yeah, let's just get into it. The very first shot is of Kurisu, so we can only start on a good note. So 3, 2, 1, play. The one and only, sort of. So you just kind of let yourself in. Well, that was your mistake. Yeah, it's not okay, man. You can't be allowing that. I know she came in without asking, but that's a little rude. Not that it fazed her much. Seems like it. And we welcome her with open arms. I don't know what it is either. You'll get used to things if you stick around. It happens. Okay, yeah, you may have come in without permission, but just that's not okay. It's just a hand, it's not gonna bite. Come on, you can do it. Just be careful of the cooties and you'll be fine. I don't think so. I think they just call it paranoia. But yeah, more importantly, we're gonna check out his banana. Be quite an elaborate excuse. And there it is. The real point of interest. And the opening. So yeah, if anyone can explain what's going on with the banana, I believe Kurisu could do it. Yeah, she has her phone in the opening, so it's pretty damn important. Which would explain why he wouldn't. She wouldn't let Kyoma touch it. Into the gate. It's just gonna be so weird. I don't know. Just I'm having trouble really imagining Kurisu like blended into the lab's environment. You know, because it's just such a group of oddballs. I mean, I'm happy that she's here, and I'm glad she'll be part of it, but it's just, I'm having trouble picturing it. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, there's the quote-unquote satellite. And there's Suzuha, I think, the one I was suspicious of. Because she looks a lot like the girl by the time machine. And she was even looking at it there, so... Let's be on guard for that. Trust me, I won't. Wow. Just know how it's just stuck her finger in. Oh my god. Why would... Why would... No, you don't just stick it in your mouth. Like, not the first thing you do, at least. I mean, you didn't make a very good first impression, man, to be fair. I had a feeling he would latch onto that. Please do. I think she realized what he was going for. Because she's smarter than Mayuri. Yeah, let's share with the rest of the class. I mean, you were on your knees playing with someone else's banana, sticking it in your mouth. Yeah, so how much exactly did she see? Hmm? Yeah, she could be very helpful. Let's not let her leave. Any perspective is always useful. It's not like you guys have much of an understanding of how it's working. I mean, I call her Kurisu. 2 conditions. Well, that's a given. Already a hefty condition there. Well, put a stop to that right now. Probably get stabbed before you get to do that anyway. I suppose that would be the most important one. Seems reasonable to me. We are friends after all. Well, that's the important thing. Too much what? It does make it cuter. This is a rivalry I can get behind. And there we go. Sounds like a deal. He's just gonna really call her that for the rest of the show. And there's number 3 or 2, whatever she was. Just in time to see we have a new female member. Yeah, she sees the new shoes. She was replaced. It's like, I think there's one more than usual here. Or she might be the most surprised to find out there's another female member in this lab. Little does she know she's a hostage. Seems like it. Yeah, I had a feeling she would be happy about that. Oof. Not exactly common. He scares most of them off. Kind of forgot about her voice actress until she came back. Back to the phone. Yeah, the important one. Yeah, time stuff. So yeah, phones definitely seem to be a big part of it. Yeah, that'd be a good place to start. Maybe later. Yeah, let's see. Will that become gel? I don't know, 5 minutes ago? Don't worry, we'll train her. She'll get better. I thought we were putting a stop to that. Yeah. But how was that splitting the difference? That's like the opposite kind of. Like Christina approves, though. Oh, don't just open it. Mayuri, yeah. Yeah, that was not safe at all. Oh god, let's not destroy the lab. We can't afford a new one. So, is everyone okay? Did anyone travel through time? Good thing we have one of those. So, yeah, did anything like supernatural happen through it as a result of it? Or did we just have a broken microwave now? Yeah, I never stood a chance. Just you don't tell him. So yeah, what happened? Huh. So yeah, definitely we're getting somewhere. Just let's try not to break anything next time. Right. So he's starting to realize that he really has a time machine on his hands here. Gonna say it? The time machine, yell it as loud as you can. There we go. Finally we realized we have a time machine. I was hoping he would yell it louder, more dramatic, but it's fine. It's the worst. Okay, right. Forever. I know that feeling. Well, clearly we broke it. We probably should. That could only be a good thing. Yeah, that kind of goes against what you were saying before, doesn't it? And then she just ran off. Maybe to readjust some of her notes, her hypothesis. Whatever smart people do. Okay, right. If you say so. It does look kind of cool, though. No cell phones. Very good question. And tell me what Steingate is as while you're at it. You're throwing a lot of big words at me here. And what a beauty it is. Yeah, let's get some food. I think so. Sounds oddly familiar, at least. What about privately? And there's the actual sign. Yes. Wait, no? What? That sounds like the better option, though. Not much of a difference. Oh. That probably easier said than done, I would imagine. Yeah, so could you just go do that then? It's all up to you. While he does whatever else. Stuck him with the bill as he just casually walks out. That's how you do it. Yeah, there's Suzuha. None of your business, because I don't trust you. Don't tell her these things. uh, yeah, I bet. I don't believe you. Like, not one bit. Is she still at it? Is it? Yeah, you definitely are acting suspicious. Quite informed you are. Or something, just as if this is common knowledge. Okay. No, I have a very broken idea of it. Poor A. Never stood a chance. Okay, memory altering, already get into that. It's a pretty scary thing to think about. So I've heard. Down with CERN. Right, so, yeah. Yeah, you said that. Exactly. Hopefully we can at some point. Okay. So yeah, the one girl looking for the IBM computer is definitely suspicious now. Considering how important that seems to be. Hello, Mayodi. What's your best at? I'll gladly take them. Oof. Are we gonna microwave it? Yeah, the important things. I'm sure he's busy with something important. It's quite a sentence. Oh. Ow. Good thing that was pretty much empty. Sometimes you gotta though. I mean, I don't think that's exactly why she left. I think she just went home to figure some things out. Maybe reevaluate her life a bit. I'm sure she will. We can't go on without her. Nope. That's a fair point, but there's some odd negotiations. Oh, wow. He just traveled in time to do it quickly. Ah, whatever you got better been worth making me jump. Okay, it does seem like progress is being made, at least. Faster than I expected. Fair enough. What do we get? A little bit. That's something. My one weakness. Just auto-translate that. Not quite sure. I mean, they probably have a code name for it if they did discuss such things. Maybe that's the code name I mentioned. Oh, it's bringing up the black hole. So yeah, confirming that. So that's something, yeah, for sure, that's something useful. But clearly there was something there. Ah, that went by too quickly. Mismatch. When they say it in English, it's becomes a bit comical. But didn't Suzuha say something about that? I'll have to go back to that part. But I think they said something about that. But yeah, who are they referring to there, though? Huh, so... Yeah, like I said, I was a little bit suspicious of Suzuha before because of the hair looking pretty similar to the person around the time machine from episode 1. And this episode, if anything, it made me more suspicious of her. Some of her actions definitely felt a bit off. And also suspicious of, Moeka. Like, these are clearly characters that have a lot more going on than they're showing initially. Bum 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 bum. Okay, that was the 3rd episode of Steins Gate, and we did succeed in getting Christina as a member of our laboratory. It was kind of funny. She walks in like, huh, I expected better, but I don't know why. Don't know why she would expect better. But yeah, it's a good thing she came over because she's our best chance of getting everything figured out. And yeah, first thing she does is just walks over to the banana and pokes at it, and then with little to no hesitation just sticks it in her mouth. Like, why would you do that? Like, that does not... Scientists work with a lot of things that you shouldn't put in your mouth, so the fact that was one of the first things she did just kind of blows my mind. It's just surprising for a genius to do that. Like, it's just melted banana for the most part, so it wouldn't be too bad, but still, I wouldn't just do that. That I found pretty surprising. It might have been the most surprising thing in the whole episode was just the fact that she just did that. I did quite like all the the banter with Kurisu. That's pretty great. Just, I don't know, she's very different than Mayuri, so she's pretty fun to mess with. Like, she's much more serious and tries to be all cool and composed and smart and all that, but she sometimes gets flustered and whatnot, especially with the whole banana thing. Because very similar to what Daru did with Mayuri, he's like, just say the line again, with a more pained expression or whatever he said, and then it went the moment it clicked in her head what he was going for there, and she just gets all embarrassed. It was quite cute. I liked all of that. So yeah, she's a fun addition to the group, which I knew she would be. For sure. And she's an official NOB member now, so we'll get to know her better. I mean, she did run off for a while, but I'm sure she'll come back and she'll be more of a regular member. And I knew that Mayuri would be happy to have her, a new female member. And I was kind of expecting a scene where Kurisu was like, what, you really have a female member other than me? Because I would imagine her being pretty surprised by that. Considering how they act with her and whatnot. And we actually got to use a microwave again. Things are definitely a little bit more explosive this time. I think they said a desk was destroyed, but we're able to get similar results, you know, messages going back in time. And at this point, he finally realized that he had stumbled upon some kind of time machine, and that is what caused Kurisu to just run off, because she was the one that was like really going against that, like that's nonsense. No true scientist would believe that this is possible, and then she like sees it right there. So yeah, I think she left to reevaluate some things, or just kind of think about things, you know, maybe try to go back to the drawing board, maybe in a sense, for some of her theories, it seemed like. Gotta love how Kyoma just gives Daru the casual assignment to just hack into CERN, you know, because he can just do that. Apparently he can, though. He did get emails and stuff, so it's pretty capable, clearly. So yeah, we're definitely getting a lot of discernment with this episode, a lot of stuff that they're doing, because, you know, they're supposedly like have monopoly on the time traveling technology later on and stuff like that, and making miniature black holes and stuff like that, but a lot of it's secret, and we're kind of just like delving into a lot of that stuff. But more importantly, Suzuha, this line here was, even going back to it, yeah, it's very weird, because she's talking to, you know, Suzuha. She's clearly keeping tabs on what's going on, you know. She knows the name of the lab, and overhearing like discussions, and, you know, trying to just kind of figure out what they're doing very clearly. Very spy-like behavior. And after he gets a message on his phone, you know, before she even sees anything on it, she says, what? A message that someone died. That's not a thing you just say like that. More than anything else, I think in the entire show, that made me suspicious of her, especially because that was referenced later on, like I said, that somebody died, you know. So yeah, 100% red flags. She's suspicious at this point, because that was a very weird thing to say, because she didn't even have a good excuse about why she said it. She just was like, no, I was just kidding. Like, no, that is not gonna just hand wave my suspicion of you. It just doesn't work that way. And then he tells her about, yeah, the girl that's obsessed with the old PC, and we talked about that later in the episode, right? I mean, I'll go back to that before I get into it too much. So yeah, not too long after that, we actually got more of the John Titor kind of explanations about how the nature of time travel works, which I think we've got something similar to this before. I don't know if it was the exact same thing, but it's definitely similar. And he mentions, like, yeah, the altering memories thing, and like they changed to fit the new timeline that's now been branched off, and that would definitely explain, yeah, Kyoma's gaps in memories, you know, things that he thinks that happened being different than what people are telling him that happened. So it's still impossible to know the exact specifics of that, like where things changed and who is responsible. We don't know anything like that just yet, but we can be pretty sure that time travel shenanigans have been kind of happening in the background. And I do like the visuals for when he's explaining the timeline stuff. So yeah, in other words, memories of the world line where A existed are deleted. Yeah, replaced with memories where, yeah. Which is all pretty straightforward stuff for the most part. I mean, if you can keep track of the different, you know, timelines, which is this is the hard part. So yeah, I should get into the IBM around here, I think. Okay, yeah, he mentions that they have the he said they already made the black hole. By already, I assume he means like in our time, like when he first said this stuff. Not in his time, when he says already. I assume that's what he meant. And yeah, he doesn't just say they have the monopoly of time travel stuff. It's just, he straight up said they have most of the world's scientific technology. So yeah, that is a pretty big deal, I would say, for sure. But right after that's when it's mentioned. And you need the IBM 5100 to change the future. And that's the exact same computer that our Shining Finger girl is looking for. So that means she has to be like from his time, or either a big believer in what John Titor says, like one of the two, right? For her to care about something like that. So either way, it's a very important thing that we're got to get our hands on at some point. There might be a big battle over ownership of it, maybe at some point. So that's interesting. So yeah, right now I have reason to be pretty suspicious of both Suzuha and our Shining Finger Moeka girl. John Titor does seem pretty open to, like, you know, talking with Kyoma, which is certainly promising, for sure. And yeah, like I said, near the end is when Daru actually got successfully hacked into the whole CERN thing and got some emails where they didn't mention specifically anything about time travel or time machine technology, but they did mention the black hole, which John Titor mentioned they did, even though that was secret, like not public information. So that's something that he clearly knows. And they mentioned somebody dying. I don't think they gave us any details on that whatsoever, but that does mirror kind of what Suzuha said before, so yeah, I'm not sure exactly what to make of that. She might be part of the CERN organization, if you will. But still, yeah, that might be it. But, like, Suzuha might be on the side of CERN, and the Moeka Kyuu, the phone girl, might be on the side of, like, John Titor. That might be the dynamic. That would make sense, I suppose. I'm jumping to a lot of conclusions, I know, but I'm trying my best to figure out things. Like, they throw a lot of sci-fi stuff at me that's hard to make heads or tails of. But I like usual, I think I kind of get the gist of it. Alternate timelines, decisions you make branch off to a new timeline, memories adjust to fit that new world. And Kyoma is clearly going to get is either going to get involved in it or is already pretty involved in time travel. It's hard to say when time travel's involved, you know, when is when, really. So, yeah, I want to know more about this this dead person. Like, is it a result of experiments gone wrong? And who is a person? Like, it can't be Kurisu, because she hasn't been stabbed yet, really. Or she was, but not now. Like, time travel's confusing. Man, it was really hard to pause on this, but yeah, I could try to get to where I could see the actual screen of the email. And name of experiments, error, human is dead, mismatch. Some odd capitalization there. Not sure what to make of that. Because mismatch isn't capitalized. Human is dead. Like, so that's... Huh. That's really weird. Anyway, the rest of it says, Jellyman's report number 14 of the attached paper. Experiment proposes that necessary to stop as long as lifters, adjustments, and part place agreement point... It's hard to make much sense of this, really. But human is dead. I'm not really sure what to make of that, because the capitalizations really throws me off. Makes it almost seem like that's the name of the project rather than, you know, just a report that someone's dead, which would fit with the fact that it says name of an experiment right above it. So, is that just straight up the name of an experiment, human is dead? But that's a weird name, though, right? That's why I'm confused. Human is dead. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that, really. And there's a little bit at the top, but I can't make much of that either. Just generation mission has... something, the report is omitted. So, really hard to get much from this, really, but it's very ominous, concerning, most because of, yeah, very similar to what Suzuha said. So, yeah, that's quite a thing to end us off on, so, yeah, not really much more to say. I look forward to Kurisu coming back, maybe with some new thoughts on things. Because they also said that I think that since that last one, they haven't been able to get the whole time travel microwave thing working again. So, yeah, we could definitely use some Kurisu Christina to help, if you will. So, yeah, hopefully she comes back soon enough. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.